Well, good morning. It is August the 1st. Goodbye, July. Hello, August. It is getting closer and closer to the fall, which means it's getting closer and closer to the start of school. And I know students nor teachers are really excited about hearing that. Well, I'm glad that you're tuning in, whether you're tuning in during the actual live stream or you're catching it recorded later. I'm glad that you're tuning in and seeing what some of our upcoming opportunities are for this week, for the week of August the 4th. Man, I can't believe it's already August. We had just a little bitty cloud shower that fell a little bit ago. Now it's warming up, and you know what that means in August, so it'll be nice and muggy and sticky. Well, this Sunday we are continuing our series that we've started 2 weeks ago, Money's Worth. We've looked at how to be realigned with Jesus. Then last week we looked at what it looks like to be misaligned. And this week we're going to talk about be content. Contentment with or without money. Contentment isn't based on money. It is based on Jesus. So I hope that you'll join us 9:30 a.m. this Sunday right here in our worship center. And you bring a friend, bring a relative. We will have coffee and snacks as usual over in our greeting table. Of course, this Sunday, being the first Sunday of the month, we will also have the Lord's Supper. We invite you to be a part of that with us. You do not have to be a member of our church. We do invite believers in Jesus Christ to participate because the Lord's Supper is a reminder of what Jesus has done for us. And for the us are those who are Jesus followers. We've been talking about this for the past few weeks. Our nominating team is inviting all of our members and frequent attenders to join in to be a part of the various ministries and committees here at our church. So we want the whole body participating. If you have not filled out a form or expressed an interest in serving in an area, we want you to do so. We'll be voting on those type of things later in the month. But you still have time to join in to let us know what you want to do and to be a part of. One of the other things that we are really emphasizing is our fall small groups. Our discipleship model is everyone a believer, every believer connected, everyone connected a servant. Well, this is the second portion of that. Every believer connected, and what we're looking for are small group hosts. We had about 7 or 8 small groups this which was phenomenal with our kickoff available for more people to check in and to be a part of this. And so what this says on the screen, if you're not able to read that, and I think you can probably catch that on your own viewing screen, is that we have a wealth of 6 to 8 week gospel-centered DVD series. You don't have to come up with your own teaching lesson. We have stuff available for you. We want you to invite anyone from your sphere of influence, so that can be work, neighborhood, school, any of those areas, people down the street. You can invite them to be a part of it with you. They don't have to be a member of First Baptist Church. The way it works is you use the DVD and then you ask your group questions that pertain to the DVD. Snacks are an option. You don't have to provide. You can delegate that task. If you're hosting, you can ask another member, say, hey, why don't you organize snacks, and we'll all participate in that. And then if you're interested, you can contact myself or Don Thrasher. And this is about hosting small groups. Obviously, if you're not going to host, then we want you to join a small group. And we're going to have our kickoff in September. We'll have our sign-ups, all that stuff. That'll be coming up after Labor Day. We have groups for women, for men, for mixed adults, for families, for youth. All those are a part of it. And then we have groups that meet immediately after the service or sometimes throughout the week. It just depends on what works with your schedule. And then, of course, we have handouts at the Welcome Center in our foyer about the current active groups and those that will be coming up. Also, we want to remind you that with the start of school coming, this being August 1st, school starts So we're going to have a prayer walk on August 18th. That's Sunday in the evening, 6 p.m. We'll meet in the youth room, but then we'll walk around our whole school campus praying at each spot for our administrators, for the elementary school, for the middle school, and for the high school. For all those involved, whether it be administrators, teachers, students, paraprofessionals, those who do the cleaning. We pray for everyone involved because we believe as Jesus people that we are to be connected in our community and praying for our community. And there is nothing more important here in Port Aransas at our schools and what goes on in our schools. So we are going to be praying for them and asking God to work in the school year, to do things that only God can do. That following week will be our business meeting. We have some other things that are going on in the month of August to allow those things to happen. So our business meeting will be August 25th, right after the service in the youth room. We will keep it as brief as possible. We'll vote on our annual budget, as well as the ministry teams, the things that the nominating committee has been talking about. And there might be one or two other things that we talk about in there, but that's the main idea. It's not going to be a long business meeting right after the service, and then you can move on to lunch or to small group or whatever it is you need to do after the service. We have a theme verse that we'll be talking about, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast here, that the topic this Sunday is about contentment. Be content. And 1 Timothy 6:6 says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain." There are other things that don't bring great gain, but Jesus' focused godliness brings contentment, and that is of great gain to us believers. Well, I hope that you'll join us this Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here in our worship service, in our worship center. And we want you to be here with us as we grow together. Bring a friend who doesn't know Jesus. Portion of it.